Today, it's week 4, and we've got what should be a great one here between the Cincinnati Bengals and the Pittsburgh Steelers. In the air, and the NFL season is in full swing, and we're underway here in week 4. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Gun. Back.
Off the play fake, here's Burrow. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going to go down. Montez Sweat, the man that time to fight in and drop him.
Well, we knew coming in it was going to be a long afternoon if they weren't able to hold up against this pass rush, huh?
What we didn't know was that protection was going to spring a leak on the first play from scrimmage.
Got after him right out of the gate.
Here we go, here we go.
A situation they'll certainly want to avoid going forward. An early second and long they're facing. Another try after the first down sack. Burrow. He rifles one that's intercepted.
Picked off by Bryce Hall. A part of why they came to this week with a winning record is that they feed off of mistakes like this, and now it's a prime opportunity, just moments in the game, to get a short field touchdown off of their big defensive play. Now on the other side, they were already the underdog in this one. They just made their uphill battle just a little bit tougher.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. On 1st and 10, it's Pickett. Forced out to his left. Looking left side, and it's complete. And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line. That's a great example right there to remind everyone of what a weapon he can be as a mobile quarterback, Charles. Nice play to escape the pocket and get his offense into the red zone with a first down.
And defensive coaches losing their mind on that play because they knew about his mobility coming in, and they preached all week long. If he gets outside the pocket, find receivers in your area and cover them. Otherwise, plays like that will continue to result.
That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
First down marker at the 5. It's 2nd and goal. Harris running straight ahead. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play, and now they're faced with a 3rd and 1. It's rare that a man his size can at least push forward for a yard, but they stopped him there for nothing.
You're talking about tiny? You talking about the little guy back there? That monster. Yeah, you're exactly right. And it takes a group effort to get a guy like that down and not let him find some space. The first guy in, he's got to take one for the team, right?
Got his man. It's caught for a Steelers touchdown. DeAndre Hopkins with career touchdown number 94. He ties both Jerome Bettis and Priest Holmes on the all-time list. And the Steelers use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one. Extra point put through by Boswell. And that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
Ready?
The Bengals drive about to get going. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others. Where they think they have an advantage, dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
Again, it's Burrow on 2nd and 10. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
They're bringing a lot of pressure here already in the first quarter. Already sacked him once. Now they get in there and knock another one away. I think maybe that Tucker rule being gone makes defenses a lot bolder.
Yes, indeed. That time, lucky that the arm was going forward. Incomplete pass. On 3rd down, Burrow. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Bryce Hall. And he brings this one back. It's a pick six for a Steeler touchdown. So they obviously declined that, and it is a touchdown.
They still had the option, but let's face it.
There's no option.
There's no option when you score a touchdown. An easy call for them.
Boswell good with the extra point, and it's now 14-0. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Here we go. Burrow going to lead up the Bengals here, 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. After the pick six, they go right back to the air. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs.
You can almost hear the sigh of relief coming from their sideline and from their point on the field, because this has been a tough start for them thus far. A much-needed first down there. They needed something good to happen. Plays like that will continue to help them dig out of this hole.
And now ball going to be intercepted yet again. The safety, Terrell Edmonds, picks it. And the Steelers force the turnover. They'll take over at their own 27. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Well, early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally, because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated, because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice, but at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Back to throw, Pickett. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Justin Simmons. So really the first speed bump that this offense has encountered. They'd had the rule of the roost here in this first half, but now slowed up just a bit by the interception.
And there's a chance that that's a wake-up call for him, because you don't want to go on autopilot too early. That team on defense is capable of making some plays similar to the one they made right there.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. This defense for the Steelers, they were terrific last week in the win over Denver.
And I'm eager to see the game plan and try to attack them this week, because when you take it away 4 times through interceptions, what do you do now when you go into a game? Do you decide you can't throw the ball? Do you try and run it more? Or do you tell your quarterback, make sure you see your guys open before you deliver?
A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. On 3rd and 1, Burrow. And that is incomplete.
You absolutely have to have this early on, right? 3rd and short, they elect to throw for it. And that's normal NFL football. They're going to throw on 3rd and short, but you've got to hit it, don't you?
Yeah, in the first quarter, like you said, to set the tone, can't connect there. Already down 2 scores. They're going to go for this rather than settle for 3. Now the Steelers put a stop to the action with a timeout defensively. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
On 1, right? 11, 11.
Going for it on fourth. To the sideline, and oh, that's well done. Able to drag the feet. He's going to have the first down. A solid pickup of 5 and a very solid fourth down conversion. And defensively, pure frustration. On first down, Newberry trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Well, that play there was certainly a scouting report special because coverage was all too aware that this close to the end zone, he's going to become a bigger weapon for that offense, and they were there to help force the incompletion.
Now play number 7 of the drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 10. And they'll send the slot in motion left. To throw on 3rd down, Carter. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Nice back-to-back plays defensively. They're stacking momentum now. 1 incompletion, 2 incompletion. They're going for more.
So on 4th down, off goes Burrow. On comes Evan McPherson for the Bengal field goal. From the left hash, this will be a 41-yarder. McPherson's kick is good, and they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3. So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. Been a little bit of an interesting start. The first drive for him, Charles, they had the passing touchdown. The second drive, he threw the interception. So we'll see what this third drive of the ball game brings.
Yeah, it's kind of a tiebreaker, isn't it? I mean, that's the tough part for them and for him because, yeah, things went really well in that first one, not so well on the second one. He wants to get back to what he did to get this game going.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Pickett. That's into a crowd and intercepted. Picked off by Justin Simmons. And the Bengals are going to take possession of the football. And not the first quarter that he was hoping for. Now 2 interceptions thrown.
Well, the good ones, they find a way to compartmentalize, right? Put these behind them, have that short memory, but understand why they threw the 2 interceptions. They go on and usually play a pretty decent game. Other quarterbacks, they have a hard time getting past it and often put the ball up for grabs the rest of the ball game.
So the completion results there in 9 yards. And it'll bring up a 2nd and short. After one, a 14-3 ball game.
Here we go.
And they'll employ the jumbo set now on 2nd and 1. Burrow looking to pass. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
One thing you hope to see out of a rookie tight end is a real concentration when the ball's in the air, and I'm not sure that he didn't, but he has to be prepared for people making a play on it when that ball's up for grabs.
on third down. And he comes back with one complete. And the Bengals are going to have a first and goal coming up as they find a way to convert there on 3rd and 1. They'll run on first down. Newberry. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage. Back at the 6. And that sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on the early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
Second and goal from the 6 this time.
11-90. Cut. 11-90.
They snapped that at 1. Now it's Burrow. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
All right, help me out here a little bit, partner, because what I'm seeing is a passing game that's just struggled to complete anything. No rhythm, no timing. Seems like every pass is also contested well, so give some credit to the defense.
Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
This defense has certainly played well so far in this game, and the coverage has been tight on just about every throw. Forced a few here so far in this game, and now it brings up 4th down.
McPherson's kick is good. And a second field goal here cuts their deficit to 14-6 now. So they get the turnover in plus territory. The drive stalls out, but still able to get 3 out of that.
Yeah, we were able to see an offense and a defense kind of mix and match with each other, didn't we? Both of them trying to make sure that they have the upper hand and the advantage. Offense trying to get to the end zone. Defense, of course, trying to hold them to a field goal attempt. And it block 3 from where they started, so you know the offense has to be happy to come away with those 3 points.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Here comes another drive from this unit, and Charles, they're coming off a costly mistake on the last possession, an interception in a game that is very close right now.
Well, as we know, they all sting no matter what the situation, but in a one-possession game, that'll hurt a little bit more, but this is an excellent opportunity to make up for it on this drive. I just don't expect them to try and take huge gambles to make up that momentum in a hurry.
First down, and they go back to Harris. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down. The Steelers at 2-1 now to start the campaign, and they move back above 500 with a victory last week.
And you look at their start, a win, a loss, then a win. This might be something we see from them a lot this year, because when they're at their best, they can play with anybody. But bringing their best every week, that's been a challenge thus far.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. They run again with Harris. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Now the Steelers use the second of their 3 timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Throwing on 3rd down. Here's Pickett. And that is incomplete.
That is certainly one way to frustrate a quarterback. Run those extra defenders on the field. Dime package, lots of speed, no space to fit in the football.
Here's Tommy Townsend on to punt. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Bengals will have a 1st and 10 from deep in their own territory.
Here we go, here we go.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better. Got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They got to find a way to bring those 2 elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
And he goes down at the 26. A pickup of 13, and that last play began at the 13. 1st down.
What I love about watching the passing game nowadays is that the one-dimensional receiver is really starting to leave the game. You've got to be able to do it all. Of course, you got to run fast. Of course, you got to catch the ball. But route running savvy and toughness, there's a premium for all of that now.
1st down. Here's Burrow. Toward the left sideline, but it's incomplete.
But there's an incompletion, partner, and the struggles through the air continue because so far their lack of passing production has led to a lack of points.
Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. Here's Burrow. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. It's Devin Bush, the linebacker, who picks it. And the Steelers are going to take possession of the football. Well, CD, when you mentioned earlier about spreading the ball around in this game, I don't think you mentioned the guys in the other uniform. We have 4 interceptions here in the 1st half, and several different guys have picked him off.
Yeah, instead of analyzing what's going wrong with him, throwing the football, while we look at the defense, they came in prepared, had an excellent game plan, well scouted, and they're taking it away at almost every turn.
2 minutes remaining in this 1st half of football. Working with a 2nd and 4. They'll run again with Harris. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down. On the give, this is Harris. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. They'll try the right side with Harris. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. They hand this off to Harris. And they'll go backwards here. Losing yardage to the 14. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Pickett going to bootleg it. They'll roll him out right. And he's got it. Touchdown. George Pickens, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Steelers will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Extra point put through by Boswell. And the lead is up to 15 now. Here's the Steelers kick team as they'll boot this one away. No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Bengals drive about to get going. And with him down 2 scores, you wonder if they might try and put something together, even if it's just to get into field goal range.
11 empty tape. 11 empty tape. 11, 11, 11, 11.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. And that's caught inside the 35. And he will finally be escorted out of bounds down inside the 35. A big play there just before halftime. 43 yards. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Now the Steelers going to use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime.
Here we go.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
11, 11. 11, 11. 11, 11, 11. Go, go, go.
Burrow will throw. And that's going to be caught. T. Higgins. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. They're passing here, Joe Burrow. And that is caught. He's got it for a Bengal touchdown. Alec Pierce, a 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Bengals get a late score here in the final minute of the first half.
I think everyone in the league talks about finishing, don't they? Doesn't matter whether it's a quarter, a half, a game, a series, whatever. But they're finishing the first half in fine style, putting that one in the end zone.
They did, and they didn't leave much time on the clock either. Well done. And now they'll empty the backfield here as they elect to go for 2. Now they'll put a receiver in motion left. The Bengals going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. And now they'll empty the backfield here as they elect to go for 2. And he'll get in as they're back within a score now. The lead's down to 7. After to the touchdown. McPherson on to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And with a 7-point lead, they'll likely look to take this to the locker room and not really press the issue. That's swung out wide to Harris. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. Nifty running there, but it'll come on what should be the final play of half number 1. It's Najee Harris now on back-to-back plays with a catch. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. So time for the second half as the Steelers have the lead, and they will also be receiving the football here to start the third quarter. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And, Charles, they've got the lead. I would imagine the overall halftime tone was a positive one, but what do you think the talking points were in the locker room?
Well, if there were 3 talking points of the half, partner, all of them were about turnovers because they were pretty loose with the ball. Otherwise, this lead could be even bigger. Now, I don't think that they overly harped on it, but I think they told them, guys, if you want to keep calling those plays that are exciting, you've got to take care of the ball. Otherwise, we may have to dial things back a little bit.
No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a third down. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Pickett will look to throw it here. And that will be incomplete. So no problems moving the ball in the first half, but they'll likely come up empty here on drive 1 of quarter 3.
And it was so important for the defense to get that stop because what we witnessed in the first half was them getting run over. And they needed the confidence, and they needed to get off the field so they felt good going forward in this game.
Here we go. It's Pickett on 4th down. DeAndre Hopkins making the catch. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. So not only do they convert on 4th, but they pick up 22 yards in the process. Now a first down carry for Harris. And just 1 yard here from the 49 to the 50.
That felt like a trap because it looked to me like the opposing front was on that play from the get-go. They had everyone crashing the ball carrier before he even made the line, and they hold him to just a yard.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. They'll keep it on the ground. Harris again. Oh, he's got a little daylight. Well, they nearly sprung him that time as he takes this all the way down to the 37. 55 rushing yards rushing for him in the ball game now on 14 carries. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. A run ground with Harris out of the shotgun. And he'll snag about 5 yards down to the 32.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Second down and 5. This is Harris. A loss on that play, and now third down gets tougher. 3rd and 6.
I'll tell you what, this defense hasn't played its best, but they're still right in this football game. And if they keep making plays just like that, they're going to give their offense a chance.
And they'll be in search of 6 yards here on 3rd down. This is now the 9th play of the drive. Here's Pickett. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
Boswell's kick is good. And the lead works its way up to 10, 24-14. Well, they picked up right where they left off in the first half. First drive after the break, they come away with 3 and increase that lead.
Yeah, and you just want to keep building on that lead, don't you? Whether it's 6 points or 3 points, take everything you can get, keep maneuvering, keep adding to it, keep making it difficult for them to come back.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And their deficit a little wider now than it was at halftime following the field goal a moment ago.
But the goal is still the same because you know they want to come out, establish a rhythm in the second half, and get going. Make no mistake about it, though. Kicking field goals, not in their game plan. They need to get the ball in the end zone.
Here we go.
Now it's Burrow. Pressure comes, and the Steelers take him down.
Here we go.
So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24. Now Burrow. And now here is another interception. Picked off by Stephon Gilmore. And the Steelers are going to take possession of the football. I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his 2nd interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ball game, I would have said never, not in a million years. But here we go. 5 yards on 1st down, but now just a 1-yard pickup there on 2nd. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Try him with Pickett here on 3rd down. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. And the Bengals are going to take possession of the football. So that changes things. You get the interception, and then to boot, a good return tacked on.
And really it was down to him versus the quarterback on the return, and that's one you would think the defender would win. But a nice job there of seeing the play all the way to the end and making the tackle by the QB.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And my goodness, another interception. It's Devin Bush, the linebacker, who picks it. And he brings this one back. It's a pick six for a Steeler touchdown. Extra point now by Boswell. And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Bengals drive about to get going. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to. And now here's another interception. Picked off by Stephon Gilmore. And the Steelers are in great shape here as they take over at their 46-yard line. So good field position for the Steelers as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 46. Oh, he bowls over it. And some space here. There he goes left side. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Najee Harris halfway to 100 now with career touchdown number 50. And the Steelers will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the third. Boy, I got to say, I don't know how he made it all the way to the end zone without going down. What a run.
Absolutely incredible that was, because defensively you're taught to break down, wrap up. But in this case, he didn't really allow it, and really no one was able to slow him down enough for the extra help to get there. He just kept getting out of tackles all the way downfield and found the end zone.
Here's the Steelers kick team as they'll boot this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Bengals drive about to get going. It's a game that they would rather probably forget about, at least to this point, Charles. And one reason is turnovers. A turnover on the last drive. They had the issue in the first half as well, and that's really, unfortunately for them, helped to put this game out of reach.
And you know they won't want to admit it to themselves, but we know that winning the game is pretty much out of the picture now. So their bottom line is, how do they play a clean game the rest of this one, right? Take care of the football, no more turnovers, and see how that works.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence. Well, we're not seeing a confident thrower right now. He's off balance, the passing game's off balance, and the defense is taking advantage.
The offense on third down, just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 10. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And he finds Howard complete. And now this is going to be close. The defense says they stopped him, and they did. The Bengals try it, but it doesn't work out. And the Steelers, they're going to take over an excellent field position. Pickett to throw on first down. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. But this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same. Looking at it from the defense's perspective, they could have really used the football to try to start eating into this deficit.
Yeah, because now possession's so crucial at this stage of the game. And when you've got an opportunity to hop on a turnover and you don't get it, you can feel the frustration all the way up here.
And the offense, they're living right now. Another bounce and break that goes their way. No gain on the play this time, and it'll be a 3rd and long situation coming up. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL, and he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
On 3rd down, here's Harris. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. They'll get 6 there on the run, but it brings up 4th down. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him, so when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
On is the punter, Townsend, as he gets this one away. So not only did they get the fumble recovery on the punt, but now look at this field position. He almost took it the distance.
And the ability to not just make the play, but turn it into something big, that's what coaches harp on all the time. How do we create big plays that'll change the game? And that may have been one that just did.
So now, just like that, things change dramatically. It's 1st and goal. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Najee Harris, his 5th rushing touchdown now on the year. And the Steelers are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this 4th quarter lead. Boswell good with the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Bengals drive about to get going. And you see a lot of frustrated faces as they are inching closer to a 4th straight loss. And the Steeler pressured too much here. He's going down. So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. T.J. Watt in there again as he's able to pick up sacks on both 1st and 2nd down.
Guys with his talent in the pocket aren't supposed to be getting hit like this, and you know an intense conversation with the offensive line is going to occur after this one. Might not be from him, but the offensive line coach will have plenty to say about this game.
Throwing deep for Stewart. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
You always think about picking up the 1st down, but in this case, they were thinking about something bigger. They were thinking about the home run shot and took it downfield. Unable to connect, but I admire the effort.
The Bengals bring out their punter now. And no room for error here as his first punt comes from deep. And from their own end zone, it's a fake. And oh, that is going to be a safety. Things are just going from bad to worse now. It's a safety that does him in here, and that is one frustrated offensive unit.